Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Brian. And for today's bell ringer, we're going to talk about this bottle right here. Okay, so before we get into talking about this bottle and what's in it, we got to thank a subscriber, William Johnson. William was our winner when we did our 100 subscriber giveaway. He won a bottle of Hartman's bourbon from Buffalo.
Yeah.
And about a week later,
We got a treasure back.
right. I come home, there's a box on my porch, and William had sent us this lovely bottle with a really nice thank you note. And we really appreciate you, William, so thank you so much. So the bottle that William sent comes from his home state of Oklahoma, and it's called Same Old Moses. It's a 100 proof double oaked bourbon, and it's aged 4 years. And you can see we've gotten into it a little bit, but before we talk about that juice right there, Lauren's going to tell us a little bit of history.
All right, Brian, this bottle has some really fascinating history to it.
Okay.
So Moses Weinberger was a Kansas native, but he moved into Oklahoma Territory, and he set up the first legal saloon in Oklahoma Territory. And he was well known in the area, and this was during the temperance movement when America was moving away from alcohol into their dry period. And he, as a joke, invited Carrie Nation, who was a very, very famous teetotaler, anti-drinker, to his bar to give a speech. And she brought her hatchet to the speech. She carved out a chunk in his bar, and and it remained there for a very, very long time until about 1907, when Oklahoma as a state actually made it illegal to create alcohol in their state. So this was before Prohibition even started nationally. Oklahoma outlawed the consumption of alcohol.
You don't need that negativity in your life, people.
No, my goodness. But anyway, so as the story goes, Moses hung a sign at the door of the saloon that said, "All nations welcome except Carrie."
And it actually says that right on the back here. Top of the label says "All nations welcome," and then at the bottom with a little asterisk, except Carrie.
It's so cool.
That's cool.
It's an amazing part of westward expansion and all of that.
Oh yeah.
But fun fact too, Oklahoma remained a dry state until 1959.
That's insane.
So they had a very active bootlegger community.
Yeah, I bet. All right, so we ready to talk about this bourbon?
Yeah, let's taste it.
So this is from Wanderfolk Spirits in Guthrie, Oklahoma. And like we said earlier, it's 100 proof, and it is a double oaked bourbon. And what that means is that it basically is aged twice in two separate barrels, and that imparts a lot more flavor. You might be familiar with Woodford Double Oaked. One of your favorites, Old Forester 1910, is a double oaked. So a lot of times you get a lot of really rich, sweet flavor in these. We've already tasted this, and
we're impressed.
Yeah, we're impressed. But we'll kind of do it again because it's been about a week. We'll get into it again and just kind of give our impressions of what we think of this bottle. All right, so let's get into the nose of this first and just kind of give our impressions of what we're getting out of it.
Oh, there's a strong flavor there. What are you getting?
I'm like smoke. Yep. And it's like a nice, sweet campfire smoke. It is not like a sharp barbecue smoke. And
it's not like liquid smoke.
No. It's just it's so nice. You said something interesting about a previous bourbon we talked about.
Right. So when we looked at our celebrity bourbons and we looked at Matthew McConaughey's Long Branch, we were expecting some flavors of the South, that mesquite, smoked flavor, and we really didn't get that much,
Not at all.
When we
it just
reviewed
tasted like
bottle.
wild turkey.
This is what I kind of expected that to
so
taste
nice.
and smell like.
I'm a barbecue guy, so this is like...
Gosh, and can you imagine like grilling some
smoky.
Ribs over the summer and
I'm just having some
sampling
of
this?
Oh my gosh.
All right, you ready to taste it?
Yes.
I mean...
Oh my God.
This is if you were to put a s'more into a bottle.
Yes.
It's not heavy on the cocoa, but I get graham cracker
Yep.
and that toasted marshmallow.
Yes.
Like,
And then the campfire smokiness
yeah, it's
underneath
charred.
it all. Yep.
Yeah. If you've ever like over toasted a marshmallow in a campfire, like
It's
that
so
delicious charred but sweetness that comes with
Yes.
it, it's such an interesting flavor profile.
So here's a couple things about this bottle. It is relatively affordable. It's, I think from what I saw, I obviously I didn't buy it. It's not available near us. It's kind of in the 40s as far as price goes. So it's a reasonably priced bottle, especially compared to some of those other double oaked ones we've talked about that are more like in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
The only problem is it's not readily available everywhere. I don't have it here. I don't know if it's available outside of Oklahoma. But
It should be.
right. Oh my gosh. It is incredible. And I just like we wanted to kind of give some thanks to William for sending us this
But we also wouldn't lie.
Right.
We tasted it beforehand to make sure we
Right.
liked it before we reviewed it, and we were blown out of the water last week when we tried it.
We tried it last
was-
week, a little sip, and it was like, oh my gosh. And then we let it sit
Wow,
to kind
yeah.
of see. I think
Super
this
unique
is a winner.
flavors. Darn.
All right. So we're going to savor this.
Uh-huh.
What are we going to give it for a grade?
I'm going to give it an A.
I am too. This is an A all the way. Listen, an A plus is like something so exceptional,
yeah.
you'll never taste anything like it again. I mean, this is a really good double oak bourbon. It is definitely an A bourbon.
Oh my goodness. I don't think I would give this to a newbie.
No. Nope.
There's just too much going on with it. I don't think they'd be
Correct.
able to appreciate it.
Well, and I don't think it doesn't taste like a traditional bourbon. It doesn't even taste like a traditional double oaked bourbon. So if you were, I think this is for a bourbon nerd, for sure.
To taste something totally different.
But it's so good.
Yeah. Really, really good.
Yeah. So
Wow.
if you're in Oklahoma, I don't know if it's available outside Oklahoma. Maybe William, if you watch this video, if you could let us know in the comments, where is this available outside of Guthrie, Oklahoma? And maybe people can start looking for it, but I would highly recommend it. It is a
Delicious.
really cool bourbon. Like this one I don't have another bottle on the shelf
Anything
like
like
this.
it. No,
Nothing.
it packs a punch of flavor.
Yes,
Really,
it's
really good.
amazing. All right, so with that, solid A, no question about it. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you do that so you can always get a notification when a new video comes out. So, William, thank you very much. It's a fantastic bottle. We really appreciate it. And cheers, everybody.
Cheers.